On Thursday, Samsung revealed their new flagship phone, the Galaxy S4, which they hope will make them the undisputed leader in the smartphone market. In a Broadway-style performance at Radio City Music Hall in New York, Samsung outlined the features of the new phone with the help of Jeremy, that little kid from the ads, and this guy, the MC. Head of Samsung Mobile Communications J.K. Shin took the stage to describe the overarching message that this is not just a phone, but a companion bringing you a richer, simpler, and fuller life. As for the nitty-gritty, the Galaxy S4 has a 5-inch screen, 1080p resolution, quad-core processor, is light at just 4.6 ounces, has a removable battery, and runs the latest Jelly Bean 4.2.2. It comes with 2 gigs RAM, 16 gigs storage, and a micro SD slot capable of holding 64 gigs more. All that plus...
And then, of course, there's an array of sensors, 8 sensors in total, including standard ones like those you see behind me.
Plus 2 new ones, infrared gesture and temperature and humidity.
It's a lot of sensors.
As for the camera, the one on the S4 will be 13 megapixels, a far sharper camera than both the S3 and the iPhone, both of which have 8. Sounds like a pretty nice camera, huh? True, and that's where it got interesting. There was ballet, there was tap dancing, there was a weird joke about single moms in the context of the S4's dual camera, which lets you insert yourself into the picture that you're taking. It also has a sound and shot feature where you can add sound to pictures, you know, kind of like a video, but pointless. On to the next kit, the S4 also includes a feature called S Translator, which understands 9 languages and supports text-to-speech and vice versa. If you, like John, find yourself backpacking in a country where you don't speak one of those 9 languages, which includes Chinese. Pretty cool. Meanwhile, Jeff in Brazil is busy creating story albums of his lady friend Anna, which are basically templates which make it easy to make nicely presented photo albums you can annoy everyone on Facebook with. And for the average struggling actor in Manhattan who insists on driving to Soho for some reason instead of taking the subway, you've got your S-Voice Drive, an all-in-one personal assistant and GPS that lets you keep in touch with your agent while navigating to the next terrible corporate conference you're hosting. There's also Knox, a function that lets you keep the personal and work halves of your phone separate. And did we mention you could use all this with gloves on? That's right, ladies, this phone isn't just for the men folk, it's simple enough for you to have fun with. For your next ladies' night in, there's a little something called group play. There's also air gesture that lets you swipe without screwing up your nails, or if you just can't bear to put down that glass of wine that numbs the futility of your life. I'm looking at you, Dee Dee.
I really don't want to put down this drink.
And because you're also a fat ass, Dee Dee, they've included S Health, an app that works as a pedometer, plus tracking your food intake and calories burned. You can even track sleep with an optional accessory. Finally, the smart scroll thing we heard all those rumors about. They did demo how it works with video. For example, if you're watching a video but need to pause to stare at a hunky golfer off screen, it will automatically pause the video and restart when you've finished creeping him out. However, as for the eye scrolling we heard rumors about, it's apparently on the phone, but it doesn't work very well, according to, among other sources, our friend Mark Watson of Soldier Knows Best. We'll catch up with him in a sec. So those are some of the highlights of the Galaxy S4. Notably, this was the first time that Samsung has launched a Galaxy S phone in the US. All of this is symbolic of their plan, which is to overtake Apple as #1 in mobile in the US. The S4 will be out sometime in late April. Mark Watson was at the conference in New York and joined us by Skype to share some of his analysis.
At first glance, you may not be totally impressed with what Samsung announced, but I was going to get hands-on with the phone, and just all of the little tweaks that they've done to the software really does make it feel like a new phone. The way it looks very similar to the S3, but they have a lot of new software tweaks in there that it just really makes it feel fresh.
Do you think this has the potential to overtake Apple? Because that seems to be their larger goal here.
Ever since the S3, I've been pretty impressed with what Samsung has been doing with the Android operating system, really making the phone their own. And you know, Apple over these past couple of years has been lacking in the software department. So I think Samsung is definitely, it has the potential. Even the S3 show that a lot of people are willing to buy that besides the iPhone, and this phone could be that next step to really push it over the edge. But again, you know, Apple will probably have its own rebuttal here in a few months. But for right now, I've had to say the S3, well, not the S3, but the S4 is one of those phones that I think it will appeal to a lot of people, the nerds, the geeks, and people who just want a regular smartphone.
Was that kind of the general reaction of the crowd that you felt too? Did people seem excited about it there?
Well, you know, it's kind of mixed because a lot of leaks and stuff happened, you know, a few hours before and the day before. But yeah, generally, I think people, you know, when they was able to see, especially the dual camera mode, that you can use the front facing camera and the rear facing camera at the same time to take pictures and videos, I think that was probably the most impressive part of the whole announcement.
Be sure to check out Mark's full rundown on Soldiers Tech Battlefield on Saturday. All right, so now on to you guys. What were your impressions of the S4? Apple fans, is this enough to convert you? Androiders, would you upgrade? Let us know what you think in the comments. For TFN, this is Annie Gaus. Thanks for watching.